We've seen a more nuanced side of Jon Moxley of late.
Well, Nigel, I'd like to gently push back on that after the war between Claudio and Jon Moxley on Wednesday. There was the one topic Jon Moxley did not want to talk about on commentary last night during your match against Lee Moriarty. Moxley was very reserved. He shied away from that question, provided amazing analysis, complimentary of both you and Moriarty, the pure champion. But Moxley, I think some of these recent troubles, I think the match on Wednesday, Tony, is inside the head of Jon Moxley.
Well, you know, that's a good way to put it, but also Moxley is the type of leader of the Death Riders who expects the members of the Death Riders to rise to the occasion. And I think there's nothing that happened that didn't surprise Jon Moxley against Claudio Castagnoli. But now, take a look at this opponent. Holy smokes.
And his opponent from Osaka, Japan, weighing 232 pounds, he is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita.
The IWGP World Heavyweight Champion has never lost in singles competition here on Collision. 8-0.
Wow.
And if he gets 3 points here tonight, he would tie Kyle Fletcher, who has 6 points atop the gold league. So there'll be 6 on top of the blue, 6 on top of the gold for the Don Callis family. That'd be pretty big.
It would be in this match. Like we mentioned, certainly main event quality for Collision, but something you might see on pay-per-view on HBO Max, Nigel. This is the current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion against the former, not only AEW World Champion, but former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion himself, Jon Moxley.
Real dream match, no question about it. Both these men with 3 points. Moxley, an extra match, however, to get them. Takeshita, to many people, is the pretender to Kazuchika Okada's title as the greatest tournament wrestler of his generation. And that speaks perhaps to the contention, if you will, the conflict between Takeshita and Okada. And of course, Okada also in the Continental Classic this year. It's his title that is on the line.
You wonder how big this match is? No one is sitting. They're standing everywhere for Moxley and Takeshita. Here we go.
And Tony, I've been told by our team that we will stay with this match until the 20-minute time limit if we need to. So fans, we will see a winner here tonight or a draw. We will stay with this match as long as we thank our partners at TNT and HBO Max for that.
Absolutely, and don't forget, if the winner gets 3 points, if there's a draw, 1 point each. And Jon Moxley just spills Takeshita down to the mat.
And look what he does afterward. He steps back, doesn't follow up immediately with it. He lets Takeshita think about that. And in Takeshita's head, yes, this isn't scored on points, but immediately Moxley takes an advantage.
There you see wins by Orange Cassidy and Mascara Dorada tonight in the Blue League. And this is our 3rd match in the Blue League. And as we said, fans, we look at this. Over the top, Moxley floating over. We began the biggest week in AEW television coming up on Wednesday. As winter is comes your way from Atlanta Wednesday. And of course, next week we'll be in Cardiff, Wales for our Collision winner is coming. Special start time. Coast to coast. Look at this. Moxley. I don't know what Moxley's doing there. Being defiant as Moxley always is. Maybe trying to get under the skin of Takeshita, or maybe showing Takeshita he is not impressed with the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. So many reasons. I guess it's just Moxley being Moxley, right?
And what I like Takeshita's doing right now, Nigel, trying to get it off the mat a little bit, obviously reversing into the head scissor, but he knows that Moxley could lock in that bulldog choke from that front facelock very quickly.
There's the opportunity to do just that, but instead Moxley waiting until his opponent's a little more weakened, taking a little bit more of that energy away. But Moxley is a great grappler, and he's only got better since the addition of Marina Shafir to the Death Riders. Rolled around with Shafir, who is such a credible competitor her history in MMA with Sambo as well. One of the most dangerous competitors, not just in the women's division, but in all of AEW.
As a reminder, AEW TIX, we're going to be in the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City for Dynamite on 34th Street. And Collision Christmas, that's coming up as the shoulder blocks go back and forth. December 20th and 21st. We're going to be at the New Year's Smash Dynamite. We are going to be in Omaha, Nebraska for that on New Year's Eve. And then join us for Collision, our January residency in Arlington, Texas throughout the month of January. Collision Live. Tickets at aewtix.com.
Look at that very awkward landing for Moxley. You've got to remember the ankle of Moxley was injured in all those matches against Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly's ankle lock paid more than dividends, and it eventually forced Moxley to succumb and allowed O'Reilly to defeat the former AEW World Champion.
And our official referee, Bryce Remsburg, in to check on Moxley, but Takeshita going to show no quarter here, immediately grabbing the ankle, Tony.
It's something that Claudio did not try to touch. He did not get on the ankle of John Moxley, you'll recall. But now, Takeshita, of course, not a member of the Death Riders, going right back to it.
What you're trying to suggest there is perhaps there was a conversation between Moxley and Castagnoli. Please take care of my ankle.
Well, I think Castagnoli did not want to take John Moxley out of competition.
That's not a concern of Takeshita here. No, we will try and win by any means necessary here on the outside unloading.
It wasn't long ago that Don Callis tried to curry the favor of the Death Riders and John Moxley. Moxley had no interest whatsoever.
Moxley just shrugs off Takeshita and tries to walk this one off. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if he can.
And Takeshita
back in the ring, both men. Moxley couldn't even get to the left side ropes.
This is not good in a tournament where you have to go the distance.
Right.
John Moxley can barely walk to the end of the ring.
Absolutely. This is not good for this match, nor... John Moxley getting to his feet, trying to, and this match continues on TNT and on HBO Max.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I will not see John Moxley quit.
And, you know, Takeshita knows that.
Takeshita, deceptively large. We've talked about it in the past. His history as an Olympic decathlete. The dedication it takes to be a world-class decathlete. That's 10 different sports, Tony. From Virginia.
Tony knows how to count. As that ankle. Oh, goodness.
Only from Sesame Street.
Oh, and Mox is hobbled. And from Takeshita, yeah, just keep going. I mean, Bryce Remsburg, Tony, he can make the call if he needs to. Because Mox won't give up, but...
Moxley just staggers away there, Ian, and comes right back fighting. Look at this.
Simple, effective, erudite decision from Takeshita.
At first, now going to the top here, changing directions, changing levels, if you will. Well, John Moxley holding on. Moxley cannot even walk away from this. John Moxley goes right to the mouth, the nose, the face, and John Moxley up on top. Reversal, Moxley hit hard. Notice how he is holding the back of the knee. The pain from the ankle just resonates all the way up to the knee.
And Nigel, we saw it last night. When you start to favor one part of your body, the ankle ends up being connected to the calf, to the knee. And if you can't protect the damaged body part, it starts to radiate throughout the body.
It's like a game of operation. One body part follows another.
See that smile on the face of Takeshita as they were both sitting on the mat? John Moxley just fires right back as you see our great matches that we have for you in the biggest week in AEW TV coming up beginning on Wednesday. Both winners coming from Atlanta and next week live in Cardiff, Wales for Winners Coming Collision.
Think about winners coming. Sting made his debut in AEW, Tony. What a moment that was.
Great call.
The AEW title has changed hands. The world title has changed hands. Previously on Winter is Coming is Takeshita with a high ankle lock here.
And look at this. Oh, just twisting on the ankle. Bryce Remsburg checking in. You're taking a look live in Columbus, Ohio, in the Blue League of the Continental Classic. Jon Moxley, who has never been pinned or submitted on Collision, against Takeshita, who is 8-0 on Collision. Two titans of AEW.
Takeshita has been dissecting the left ankle of Jon Moxley, who suffered an injury after facing Kyle O'Reilly on a number of occasions. Kyle O'Reilly's ankle lock weakened that body part.
Moxley grabs a hold. He's going to try to throw Takeshita right out of the ring here.
Ooh, I don't know if he had enough on that ankle and knee, Tony.
That's a good call. He did not. Big pump kick that time. Moxley goes to the ankle of Takeshita. How about that for turnaround?
Well, and that certainly seemed to land.
Oh, stop! Takeshita! Holy smokes! Takeshita got his face smashed on the apron and then tumbled to the floor. You see him trying to shake the cobwebs out as Moxley still holds on.
We take another look here. Nigel's driving the skull into that apron.
It's not the skull, it's more the ankle of Takeshita I'd be concerned with at this point. That was Moxley's first attempt or strategy, was to take out the ankle. When you're hobbled yourself, the best option you've got. Hold on! Wow, gritting through the pain to deliver. And again,
Takeshita with a German out of that. He's back to his feet.
And both athletes double clothesline.
What a match! An example of what this Continental Classic is all about. Here it is again.
both men meeting in the middle. Same idea, a meeting of the minds and bodies, if you will.
The AEW chant resonates out here at GalaxyCon in Columbus. Once again, you see the standings.
Ooh.
10 minutes have gone by. 10 minutes remaining.
At the halfway point, remember a draw, and as Ian told you, we're going to stay with this one as long as it takes. If there's a draw, each man will get a point. The winner would get 3. Now they're just fighting for all they got.
They are swinging for the fences, looking for a knockout.
Oh, and they're holding each other up right now.
They are. Good call.
In exhaustion.
Ducking low. Takeshita. That time Moxley. Takeshita goes for a somersault in midair from that lariat from Jon Moxley.
Moxley very slow, though, to even attempt to cover. And this is the reason why he gave absolutely everything for the lariat and unable to capitalize thereon.
As you saw on that replay, both were trying to lariat. It was Jon Moxley hit high. Full Nelson, standing switch.
Oh.
Into a sleeper hold. Side headlock. Jon Moxley came out of that nicely.
Luke's under counter and looking for the crossbar bar here.
There you see Takeshita locking the hands, trying to prevent.
Ooh.
Jon Moxley now has the ankle and switches to the ankle. Nicely done into an ankle lock.
And after the earlier damage from Moxley, oh, wait a second. Look at this. And the way that Moxley has that torque, very similar to Kyle O'Reilly, perhaps symbolic, emblematic of where his head is right now, trying to expunge that earlier loss. Trying to exercise the demons of Kyle O'Reilly.
Jon Moxley stomps. And fans, we welcome you again. We are in overtime here live on TNT in the Blue League of the Continental Classic. Jon Moxley and Konosuke Takeshita, two of the greats in the world, right here in front of you here on TNT and on HBO Max, of course.
We saw that Takeshita using to prevent the attempted pile driver.
He's under 8 minutes in the time limit here. Something's got to give. As Takeshita looking to fire up. It's Konosuke.
He's the leg
Oh, man.
of the ankle, yeah. I don't think Takeshita was aware of the damage that had been done to the ankle.
It's a great call, Nigel. You are right. John Moxley's going to take advantage of this. Oh! Then he got a forearm shot to the face.
Oh, he's going to battle through the pain. The adrenaline will make a man do
That's what you
crazy
got to
things.
do. Watch out! Got right in front of us. Both men spill hard in front of the announce table.
We are right here beside us. The Continental title on top of the announce table. That is what all these men are fighting for.
Takeshita rises, takes a look at the Continental Championship belt. Hell, he's not done.
Oh, I'm getting that.
The table goes down as well.
You better get out of the way, guys.
Oh no, this does not look good. Watch out.
John Moxley is down. The referee, Bryce Remsburg, checking. The medical staff is on standby right to my left here.
See if we can take another look at this. The table prone, one edge still sticking up. And Moxley precipitously driven into the edge of it.
Moxley doing everything he can to push himself
The
up.
official up to 5, 6, 4 seconds left.
3 more to go. Can Moxley make it? He's on his hands and knees at 9.
9, this is it.
A surge of energy. John Moxley's back in it. The catch down.
Front splash.
1, 2. No, the match goes on. My God.
There is the welt on the back of John Moxley from where he was driven through the edge of the table. This now is Takeshita's match to lose. Moxley is a wounded animal.
Reminder next week. Watch out as Moxley just goes splat. In Wales. Winter is coming.
It was like it.
1, 2. No! Special start time of 4:30 comes to cross. 5 minutes to go. And a cutter by John Moxley.
How is John Moxley battling back from this? A normal man would have been taken out on a stretcher.
The will, the
Moxley
resolve.
is no normal man.
The athletes in AEW are absolutely amazing. And you are seeing it right now. Injuries. Forget about it. They're going to come back and keep fighting.
Oh, stepping over.
Takeshita on the ankle again.
Well, irrespective of the outcome of this match, the rest of the tournament perhaps at question for John Moxley. We saw Darby Allin get taken out.
Takeshita goes down. A defiant John Moxley. There it was. DDT. Cover. 1, 2. No! Takeshita's leg is on the bottom rope. And Bryce Remsburg right there to see it.
Tony, that was Takeshita's only chance to stay in this bout. Getting the foot on the rope.
Absolutely, Ian, you are correct there. Moxley cannot even get to his feet.
And it was the damaged ankle of Takeshita that he put on the bottom rope. A symbolic gesture telling Moxley he's still in this match.
Moxley, how he got the speed from a corner to a corner, I'll never know. Takeshita did not go down. That time he does.
But he's back up.
Oh my God!
Fighting spirit.
Oh, a forearm shot. Jabs, body shots, forearms. Moxley ahead of steam. Oh, he can't do it. Oh, the knee. 1, 2. No. What the hell are we watching?
And the pad's coming down. The bone is exposed. Takeshita is about to choose violence here in Columbus.
Takeshita's got to grit through the pain. Forget about the ankle.
He got him with the knee. And he stands over Moxley. He's not done. end.
Gonna put this one away.
A pickup.
Oh, Raging Fire!
The Raging Fire. 1, 2, 3.
He did it.
Here's your winner, the Alpha Little Stage Conquista.
You have watched what the Continental Classic is all about. Here's the updated scoreboard. Takesha with 6 points, along with Claudio.
Don Callis will be a happy man as one of his men joins one of the Death Riders. But take a look from your screen. The Death Riders are on their way here. Takesha better make to higher ground.
Medical attention, fans, don't forget, next Saturday live, we're going to be in Cardiff, 4:30, coast to coast. Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe Wednesday. Good night, everybody.